You know what? I'm so glad to see individuals who are starting to take their power back and the ones who have taken their power back. What I mean by that is I'm no longer the individual who you can always call and vent to. Yes, we can talk about it, but what's the solution moving forward, right? I'm happy to see that is because I was just looking at some social media videos and everybody just talking about this, and people can already done it. They could be in the process of doing it, and someone can just be starting to take their power back, because when we let individuals do these things to us, it's like it feels like you have no power, right? Because you're the one that they're always calling to talk to, because you're the voice of reason, right? You're the one to call and depend on. You're the one to call on to do this and do that. That shit is fucking draining, bro. Like, be- I know it's draining because I've been that individual, right? I've been the one to try and please everyone. I've been that individual who you can call and talk to for hours and just, you know what I'm saying, hear you and crying and encouraging you. I've been that person, right? I've been the one who I got stepped on. You feel me? But I let it get to a point where it broke me. You get what I'm saying? So it's that's not good for us. But I'm just proud to see and proud of everyone who is taking a power back, taking a control back, and speaking up for yourself. That's the thing as well. Like, you have to tell people, like, I come first. Not saying this is what you have to do, but I'm speaking just about me. Like, I tell people I come first. You get what I'm saying? I don't care how you feel about it or whatever. I come first. And then if I have the energy and time, okay, let's talk. Or yes, I can do this. And it's all about honoring yourself always and honoring your boundaries. Don't let nobody cross your boundaries. You get what I'm saying? And people can be in the process of doing this. And that's the thing, though. Like, on the other side of it is how you are feeling as you are going through this. Like, it's like, I'm not going to continue to put myself in this position, if you get what I'm saying. I need to break free. I just encourage everyone who has taken their power back, who is in the process of doing it, and who is starting to take their power back from different individuals or different situations. Like, we have to look out for ourselves. And we have to get to the point where we are serious about that, right? We have to get to the point where it's like, I don't give a you know what, because you're not going to cross my boundaries like that, right? You will respect me. I'm setting the tone, right? That's a powerful one as well. Like, I'm setting the tone in this transaction or whatever it may be, no matter who it is. And if they get mad, that's on them. That's on them. But yeah, I just wanted to say that and just encourage y'all to keep going and to sit with yourself, right? And figure out the things that you need for yourself. I was also that individual who always said yes to people all the time, even when I didn't feel like doing the thing, or even when I didn't feel like showing up, I still said yes. And so that was me giving my power away, knowing I didn't want to do it. So that's another thing that we have to be mindful of. If you don't want to do something, you don't have to do it. That's why it goes back to, we have to speak up for ourselves. We have to always speak up for ourselves, because people will drain you if you let them. We have to be mindful of that. If the situation is not right to you, it's not right. You don't have to participate. You don't have to do that thing if you don't want to. And it feels so good when you take your power back, when you are able to say no, or when you're able to say, I have something to do. If I can help you, then I will. Or let me think about that and get back to you. You don't have to just jump you just don't have to jump when people want you to do things. It's just also about being you always, and always discovering yourself and finding out who you are in order to navigate through this. And it's everyday work, no matter where you are in your journey with this, it's everyday work. When you look at it as well, it could be seen as a grieving process, right? As you are doing the necessary inner work, it could be a grieving process. I know for me, it was, because when I sat back and just thought about the things that I let individuals do for me, the times that I didn't speak up for myself, it was just like, damn, I really let this person do this to me. I really didn't speak up for myself. I really didn't honor myself. It's acknowledging that, right? And letting that energy go, whether it was through writing, whether it's moments where I had to sit there and cry and get it out and let the energy go, right? Acknowledge it, let that energy go, and continue to move forward with your healing process or your honoring yourself journey, or whatever you want to call it. You feel me? Also, I encourage you to be aware of your patterns, right? Because our patterns show us also where we need to do work. Meaning, if we continuously repeating the same things over and over, like, for example, you may encounter different people, right? No matter what type of relationship it is, it could be a friendship, an intimate relationship, a business relationship, no matter what it is. Now, this is me personally. If I feel like I'm continuing to repeat the same patterns when these individuals come around, I'm going to get the same results because I am not changing my patterns, right? A pattern could be you letting someone disrespect you, you letting someone just run over you. You are not speaking up for yourself, right? If you continuously do these things, notice your patterns. Of course, everyone patterns may be different, but we have to recognize those patterns, and that's what shows us what we need to continue to work on as well. So I wanted to add this last piece to this video, which I think is very important, and that is, as we are doing the necessary inner work for taking our power back, right? Taking back control of our lives and standing up for ourselves and speaking up for ourselves, is whatever that situation that you may be going through, right? For example, you are a people pleaser and you just always tell someone, yes, yes, yes. How about we take the time to see what is the root cause of that? Because that's part of inner work as well, is sitting down with ourselves and asking ourselves those questions, right? Like, how far can I think back that I began to people please, right? Did I see this from my parents? Did I see this with my friends and I thought that I had to do the same thing? Did I see it from a different family member? It's also getting down to the root cause of these things that we let people do to us. And sometimes another example is, sometimes in that moment we didn't feel so good about ourselves. We thought that if we do these things that this person will want us to do, or try to be this certain type of individual that this person like, that they will stay with us, or they'll treat us better, or they may speak nice to us, whatever the case may be. It's getting down to that root cause. And of course, we can sit with ourselves and we can start with ourselves, but if you are not seeing any progress, or if you don't feel like you can figure those things out, like, I encourage you to reach out to a mentor, right? Reach out to someone who has experienced the same thing that you have. You also can reach out to a therapist, right? There's nothing wrong with utilizing a therapist. I did, right? And that was one of the best things that I ever could have done, because it made me see things in a different way, right? It made me hold myself accountable for the things that I let others do to me, the things that I didn't, do right, or things like that. So yeah, that's just, I wanted to add that piece, is just to um let's continue to work in order to know the root cause of these things, and that's how we can begin to grow. That's how we can begin to make better choices and make better decisions in our lives. So this video is just about us speaking up for ourselves and taking our power back, and not letting anyone guide us the way that they want to guide us. But it goes back to, we have to take responsibility for that as well, because everyone is their own individual, and we make our own choices. And so it's like, let me sit back, let me do this inner work, because it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when you take your power back. And I always say, I don't do everything right, and I know you don't do everything right, but it comes a point of time where we have to let these things be known, right? We have to let someone say, hey, you crossed the line. I told you once before, and then you crossed the line again. So this is how it's going to go moving forward. So it's just, man, I tell you, it's all about speaking up for yourself and taking your power back. I know I keep repeating that, but it was so powerful for me. And one day I may get into my story a little more when I say that, and when I say take your power back and speak up for yourself. So yeah, I thank all of my subscribers. I love y'all, and I'm glad for anyone who is new. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in and listening. All right, y'all. Peace.